Vitamin D is essential for your health. People do not know that there are food sources of vitamin D and they keep on taking a lot of supplements for it. Today, I am going to share 7 foods which are high in vitamin D that can help to maintain your vitamin D levels. Hello, I am Dr. Anshul Gupta. I'm a functional medicine expert. I help people reverse their chronic conditions by making personalized functional medicine plans. So, let's talk about vitamin D. What is vitamin D? Vitamin D is an essential vitamin and also a hormone. Yes, now the research suggests that vitamin D is not only a vitamin, but it is a hormone which is playing several essential roles in your body. And that's the reason you might be hearing each and every person talking about they should be taking vitamin D supplementations or they should be checking their vitamin D levels. So it is very important. Let's talk about what are the benefits, why you need vitamin D in your body. So the first benefit of vitamin D is that, it is very important for your bone health. Yes, you need vitamin D and calcium for proper bone health. Vitamin D helps with absorption of calcium from your gut and also maintains phosphorus levels. So calcium and phosphorus is the way that we keeps our bone healthy and strong. And vitamin D helps to maintain both of their levels. So that's the reason if you have bone pain or not feeling good in your bones or your weak bones, vitamin D is going to be very, very helpful. The second important function of vitamin D is maintaining your immunity. Vitamin D helps you fight off different kinds of bacteria, viruses, parasites in your body by maintaining proper immunity. Research shows that people whose vitamin D levels are on the lower side have higher common colds and other viral infections. And once you supplement vitamin D, then your immunity gets better and you get less infections. The third benefit of vitamin D is that it reduces inflammation. So if you have inflammation in your joints, in your body, or if you have an autoimmune process like thyroid, Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis, SLE, lupus, vitamin D can reduce inflammation and improve your autoimmunity also. The other benefit of vitamin D is that it can help prevent cancers. Yes, there are certain cancers which research has shown that vitamin D can help you to prevent those cancers also. The other benefit of vitamin D is that it improves mood. Again, several research studies have shown that people who are deficient or low in vitamin D, they have higher chances of depression, anxiety, mood changes very often. And vitamin D can help to maintain this mood for you. The other benefit of vitamin D is that it helps with healthy pregnancy. So if you're trying to be pregnant or if you're childbearing age, then vitamin D can be helpful not only for yourself, but your child also. Because vitamin D during pregnancy help improve the outcomes of pregnancy and helps to develop a healthy baby. So you see, there are so many different benefits of vitamin D, and that's the reason it is so essential to maintain normal vitamin D levels. Now, several people have this question, well, do I really have to take a blood test? Are there any signs or symptoms of vitamin D deficiency? So yes, there are certain signs and symptoms that can tell you that you might be low in vitamin D. So the most common sign of vitamin D deficiency is that if you do have bone pains or muscle pains. So that's the first sign that a lot of people with vitamin D deficiency will go through. The second symptom is that if you're feeling tired or fatigued all the time. Being tired or fatigued is another symptom of vitamin D deficiency because it is essential for proper functioning of your body. The third symptom of vitamin D deficiency is that if your mood changes frequently, or if you feel depressed, or if you feel anxious a lot of times, that is a sign of vitamin D deficiency. Another sign is that if you frequently have back pain issues, then also vitamin D deficiency can be there. So you see, these are all the different signs and symptoms of vitamin D deficiency. Obviously, getting the blood test is easy. You can get that done and you can know whether you're low in vitamin D or not. But let's talk about foods. 7 foods which can improve your vitamin D levels and maintain them in normal levels if you consume them on the daily basis. So the first food is seafood, especially fish like salmon, tuna are very high in vitamin D. Now, it was shown that one serving of salmon, which is around 100 grams of salmon, can have up to 500 international units of vitamin D, which is a pretty good number of vitamin D. But here's an interesting thing. What they saw was that it was the wild caught salmon or tuna which had the higher amount of vitamin D, while the farmed salmon had very low amount of vitamin D in them. So it is very important that you do get wild caught organic salmon only to consume, because that is going to give you the enough vitamin D that your body needs. Another benefit of getting wild caught and organic salmon is that those are low in mercury. Several seafood can be high in mercury levels, so it is very important that you only get organic and wild caught, as those are lower in mercury levels. The second food which is also high in vitamin D is mushrooms. Yes, mushrooms are also good source of vitamin D, not as high of a source as salmon or seafood, but at least for vegetarian people, mushrooms can be a good source. Now, the only difference is that vitamin D occurs in two forms, vitamin D2 and vitamin D3. All the animal products will have vitamin D3, while the food products like vegetarian sources only have vitamin D2, and that needs to be converted to vitamin D3. So mushrooms also have vitamin D2 in them. Now, how do mushrooms produce vitamin D? They produce vitamin D when they get exposed to UV light. So that's the reason farmed mushrooms in this case are better, or mushrooms growing in the wild, which does get enough exposure to the sunlight, especially UV light, will have good amount of vitamin D in them. One serving of mushrooms will have around 150 units of vitamin D. So if you consume regular doses of mushrooms, then you might be able to maintain enough vitamin D levels in your body. The third food you can consume for vitamin D is kale and cabbages. Yes, kale and cabbages also have some vitamin D, although the amount of vitamin D is very, very low in them. But at least there is some vitamin D present in kale and cabbage, and you can include them daily in your diet. So the amount you consume will give you some vitamin D to kind of maintain your normal levels. Plus, kale and cabbages have other benefits, like they have vitamin B in them. They also have several antioxidants like quercetin, which again can help lower your inflammation also. Cheese is another source of vitamin D. So cheese is another thing that you can consume if you feel that you need to maintain vitamin D in the normal levels. One serving of cheese will have only around 50 to 60 units of vitamin D. So again, if you're garnishing your food with cheese, that is one benefit that you can get. The next food which is high in vitamin D is cod liver oil. Yes, several people take cod liver oil supplement, and it is also a food that that people consume. A 1 teaspoon of cod liver oil can have up to 4 to 500 units of vitamin D in them. The other benefits of cod liver oil is also that they have vitamin A as well as omega-3 fatty acids, which both of them helps to lower inflammation. So that's the benefit of cod liver oil. The next food which is high in vitamin D is egg yolks. So eggs are again a great food. The egg whites is a great source of protein. The egg yellow is a great source of good fats, but is also a good source of vitamin D. So make sure you are consuming egg yolk, because that's the part which has a vitamin D, not the egg white. Now again, very important, it was shown in research was that only hens which were free roaming, cage free, and exposed to sunlight, those are the hens, and the eggs produced from them, those have the vitamin D. Eggs which are produced by hens which are in cages or not exposed to sunlight do not have vitamin D. So again, getting organic, cage free, free range eggs is what you would like to do. The last food which are high in vitamin D is fortified cereals, oatmeals, or even orange juice. All these foods, they have external vitamin D added to them so that the vitamin D value increases in them. So if you're that person who is eating oatmeals or cereal or drinking some orange juice, then these can be fortified with vitamin D, and that can also give you some vitamin D on the regular basis. So you see, these are the 7 foods which are high in vitamin D. If you consume them on the regular basis, you do get vitamin D and can improve your vitamin D levels in a natural fashion and natural form. I hope you like this video. If you do, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.